Reports of farm workers being treated good in Canada is a lie, said an ex-farm worker. This is Undiluted News, Mikey Bones reporting. According to an ex-farm worker, the study on the working conditions of Jamaican farm workers in Canada is not an accurate depiction of reality. Following complaints from farm workers about poor working conditions in Canada under the Seasonal Agricultural Workers Program, a fact-finding team was formed last year. But according to the team's overall evaluation, Jamaican agricultural laborers are working under good conditions, and it stated that workers from one of the farms included in the accusation denied the existence of slavery-like circumstances at the site. According to the research, 71% of respondents polled regarded their employer's treatment as either good or very good. However, an ex-farm worker said this is not true. He said the reason why a report is coming out now that they are treated good is because if they say anything otherwise, they will be banned from the program or victimized. So they all have to say the condition was good. In England, Charles will be crowned king tomorrow. King Charles III will be crowned tomorrow at Westminster Abbey in London in an event full of all the pageantry Britain can muster. They have resized his crown, which is made of gold. The coach is also made of gold, and they are now ready for crowning tomorrow. And of course, there's going to be thousands and thousands of people lining the street in celebration. Jamaica, the Island Traffic Authority ITA said it has started suspending the license of drivers who accumulated 10 or more demerit points. The suspension started on Tuesday. The ITA says more than 100 notices of suspensions have so far been issued. It says people who accumulate 10 to 13 demerit points will have their driver's license suspended for 6 months. Those with 14 to 19 demerit points will have their license suspended for 1 year, while a 2-year suspension will be imposed on those with more than 20 demerits points. A Jamaican-born Canadian man is now in police custody after he attempted to smuggle 2 kilograms of cocaine through the Norman Manley International Airport on Tuesday. The drug has an estimated street value of more than $11 million. Reports are that 48-year-old Alistair Christie of Above Rocks, St. Andrew, and Mississauga in Ontario, Canada, checked in the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston to board a flight to Canada. The police said anomalies were detected during security checks and Christie attempted to flee the airport. He was intercepted and following a detailed search by narcotics officer, the cocaine was found concealed on his body. Christie was arrested and charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in, taking steps to export, and conspiracy to export cocaine, and he's to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on May 9th. Robert Fowler, St. Catherine mechanic who confessed to killing 20-year-old Canice Jackson 2 years ago, has been given a life sentence. Fowler is to serve 22 years and 11 months before being eligible for parole. Justice Pusey also took into account the overwhelming evidence and gave Fowler a 15% discount for entering a guilty plea. Fowler, clad in a blue polo shirt and black pants, showed no emotion when the sentence was handing down. Miss Jackson's decomposing body was found in a ditch along Dyke Road in St. Catherine on March 26 of 2021, 2 days after family members reported her missing. Fowler gave police investigators a caution statement in the presence of his attorney, detailing how he and the victim got into an argument inside his car. He stated that the argument was about money and described how he slid over to the back seat and used a rope to strangle the 20-year-old woman. Fowler and Miss Jackson were not involved in a romantic relationship, but he had promised her money to buy a gift for her boyfriend. The Hunts Bay police said that they are now making progress in their investigation into last month's gun attack on a public passenger bus along Spanish Town Road, in which 1 person was killed and 6 others, including 3 children, wounded. A woman killed in the attack was the mother of 2 of the wounded children. The 2 main suspects were recently captured by the police, and it's reported that on April 21st about 2:30 p.m., the bus stopped at the intersection of Spanish Town Road and Seaview Gardens to pick up passengers when 2 armed men opened fire on a man who was about to enter the vehicle. The wounded passengers were taken to hospital, where the woman died a few days after the incident. And this next story is extremely frightening. Gunmen pretending to be police officers robbed several members of a family at their home in McGilchrist Palm in Clarendon on Wednesday night. Shots were also fired during the incident, but no one was hurt, the police said. It's reported that about 9 p.m., the family members were home when they heard a loud banging on the front door and men shouting police. They looked, they saw men armed with handguns, and based on their demeanor, became suspicious and tried to reinforce the door. The fake cops kicked the door open, and the two men forced themselves into the house. Police said they robbed those present of a black Alcatel tablet valued at $20,000, a silver Samsung tablet valued around $30,000, cash amounting to $30,000, and a black and yellow bucket hat costing about $1,500. And while leaving, the men pounced upon another family member and a neighbor who were also returning home. One of the men grabbed her handbag containing a black Samsung S10e phone valued at about $23,000, a silver ring with a diamond, and a set of house keys, and fired shots in the air. The other gunman walked towards the neighbor who fled. He gave chase and fired at him, but the neighbor escaped unhurt. The gunman then fled in a waiting Toyota motor car. And is that frightening or what? Jamaica is a frightening place to live these days. Onto sports, it's Premier League. Well, it's game week number 26 and the final week for regular season for the league, and as usual, the top 6 will play off for the championship. Arnett Gardens with 52 points has topped all teams, while Cavalier with 49 comes next, with Mount Pleasant on 46 comes third. Harborview on 43 is in fourth, while Humber Lions and Waterhouse are both on 41, holding up the last two, 5th and 6th place. But none can afford to lose this last game, as they can be overtaken by Dunbeholden, who with 38 and a win will see all three on 41 points, and only the two with a better goal average will survive. So this final game is interesting, as it will determine who gets to the playoff. On Sunday there will be 7 games. Molynes will face Portmore United, Harborview face Jamalco, Waterhouse plays Humber Lions, Arnett Gardens clash with rivals Tivoli Gardens, Dunbeholden, hoping for a win, will play Mount Pleasant, Falkland, who were demoted, face Chapelton, also demoted, while Mobay United will clash with Cavaliers. And also tomorrow is going to be NBA, where the Miami Heat and the Knicks clash in Game 3. In the meantime, if you ever miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep us going. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.